Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Toya, and I'm back with another story time video for you guys. In today's video, I'll be eating. My mom had made some what is this? This is shells and Alfredo, chicken Alfredo, but this is what it that's what it looked like. She put some, I don't know. You know how moms are when they be in the kitchen and they start cooking and shit come out good. Yeah, she just added some cheese in here. Then I added some sour cream, some ketchup, and I got this little bottle, tiny bottle of Tabasco. So don't judge me. This is how I eat sometimes. A little weird. Also have some Kool-Aid, or aka red. If you're new to my channel, welcome. As you know, my name is Toya. So I'll be doing a story time on the time I went out on a date with the Uber driver. Weird, huh? Very weird. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with the video. Okay, so this is just a regular day. I don't even remember where I was going. I just know I got in an Uber. And, of course, regular Uber drivers, the conversational ones. We were talking. Don't remember what we were talking about. But we were talking and whatnot. And then, I got to my stop or whatever. Of course, the end of the ride. I was at my destination. And then, the guy was like, oh, he was like, I really, enjoyed our conversation. What are you doing tonight? You doing anything? And I'm just like, no, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just gonna be bored. So I'll be back home soon anyway. So whatever. So then he was like, oh, okay. He was like, well, take my number down. I'll take you out tonight if you want to. I was just like, oh, okay, that's cool. So I had nothing else to do, so of course I got his number. And I called my homegirl, one of my homegirls at the time. And I was like, oh girl, just talk to her like, hey girl, what just happened? She's like, no girl, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just telling her like, I just got this Uber driver's number. He was alright looking, and he seemed pretty smart and cool, so I was like, you know what, why not? He was just like, when he finished up his shift or whatever, he would like go home, take a shower, and then let me know when he, is back on his way, over to where I live. Because I had to send my address and everything too. Fast forward to this is good. Fast forward to night. I was getting ready. I was telling my mom about it. She like, okay, well, I need to meet this man, who's taking my daughter out, just being a mom, like, she wants to make sure I'm okay and everything's cool. I'm like, Mom, if anything, I'm gonna call you, of course. Then he let me know when he was on his way. I was, getting dressed. I didn't really put nothing, like, too spectacular on, just something regular, like some jeans, a shirt, some shoes. Nothing too serious. And I don't really date like that anyway, so it was just something to wear. He comes, and then my mom was talking about taking a picture of him. So like, she ended up going outside when I was coming outside or whatever, and she was like, oh, I need to take a picture. You need so I can make sure, if something happens to my daughter, I got like some evidence or something. So she took a picture of him, but I don't want that picture. Y'all don't need to see who it is. It's fine. And it's blurry anyway. It don't matter. We sit in the car or whatever. So he was like, any good places that, you like to go? I'm like, I mean, it don't really matter to me. Just anything. And he asked me what I was feeling like eating. And I was just like in my head, I'm like, shit, I really don't want to eat anything. I'm not hungry for real. I'm good. If anything, I don't know why I was so nervous. I'm just so nervous. Like, I guess because I'm still, like, I was still kind of shy. Like, now I'm more open, of course. But then I was still, like, in my shy stage. Like, So when I'm shy, I get a little nervous too. Sometimes you can tell, and then sometimes like I can hide it that good. Like you can't tell I'm nervous at all. We end up just going to this place out on Old National, because you know, if you know, I live in Atlanta, so we just went somewhere on Old National, this little Mexican spot. If you in Atlanta, you probably know it's on Old National. They food pretty good. I didn't eat while I was there, but anyway, we got there, sat down. I was nervous, and it's like I could kind of tell he was a little nervous too, but I didn't say nothing. I just wanted to see how this is gonna go. So he was like, you know, you hungry? You want anything to eat right now? I'm like, no, I'm good. You know, if anything, I'm kind of thirsty, so I'll get something to drink. We ordered some drinks. It was just like little like daiquiris almost, but they had alcohol in them. If you know what I'm saying. They did put like a shot of alcohol. I don't remember which one. It probably was, I don't want to say tequila. Could have been vodka. Something. I had a little something in my drink, and then he got like an extra little side, a shot or whatever with the drink. And the drinks, like the cups was like little fish bowls almost. So they were like this. So they were like a decent sized cup, like right here, and then it was like a big a fish bowl like cup. But the drink was good, no lie. But anyway, we was talking. He was talking about, you know, where he worked and what he does. You know, we was talking about families and, you know, stuff like that. Just little conversation. It was cool, whatever. Cause at first it's like, you know, when you get to know somebody, like at first you might seem a little nervous to talk to them and everything. Eventually you go on and you talk to them more, and of course you're not nervous anymore. Well, obviously you're calm. So it just comes natural. It's like you know the person, but you don't know them, but you're comfortable enough to just talk to them or whatever. Then it got time to where, like, I guess it was like we was trying to go. I wanted to go. I didn't really feel like sitting in there too much longer. But I was still having a good time nevertheless. Went to the bathroom. I came back, and then he was like, you sure you don't want nothing to eat? He was saying I can get whatever I wanted. I had to switch cameras because my phone camera, not my phone camera, but, you know, my battery went low on that. But anyway. Okay. So I ended up getting something to eat. We left. Then he was talking about how he had like little, like how, you know, the little bottles of liquor. Like he had those little bottles, and you know, he asked me if I had one of those, if I wanted one of those. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take one of those. And then he rolled up or whatever, cause you know, of course we smoke, so he rolled 2 blunts or whatever. So we was gonna smoke that or whatever. We went back to back to my house. Then we smoked, and then he was like, he asked me if there was any, you know, any clubs around or anything like that to go to. I was like, no. I'm like, I don't know. I don't really go out, so I wouldn't really know. I'm not too sure. We would just have to look up something. So we looked up something or whatever, and we found something. We went back to Old National, because that's where one of the clubs was at. It was like $20 to get in. It was $10 a person. We got in. Then I'm thinking, I don't know why, I thought it was like a strip club or something. It was not like a strip club at all. And when I went in there, I've never been to a strip club at all though. We went in, it was like lights everywhere, and it was like, that's why I thought it was a strip club, because it was like poles everywhere, but it wasn't strip poles. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's wrong. We sat down. I seen like, you know, somebody had a hookah thing. Just people was just sitting around, and it just looked so boring. I'm just like, and if you know me, like I get bored easily. Literally, like if we're sitting somewhere for a short period of time and nothing is going on, I will get bored and I'll be ready to go home. Like I'd rather be bored at home than be out and be bored. Like no, this is how I feel. So if I'm bored, I'm gonna let you know. If I let you know and you still sit there, I'm going to leave. If you don't know that by now, I'm going to leave. He was like, you know what? He was like, do you really want to be here? And I'm like, oh my God, thank you for saying something, because no. But I was like, nah, it's cool. We can stay here, you know. He was like, I mean, if this really not your thing, because I thought it was going to be more than what it seemed to be, you know. So we could leave. And I was like, okay, we can leave. So then we got our left, came back to the apartment. Then we smoked the other blunt, sat in the car for a minute. Now this when it got weird. So we sit in the car and I'm high, but I'm not gonna say nothing. Like, I'm just sitting there. So then he's like, man, I'm high as, I mean, I'm so high. I'm like, damn, okay, get it, you high. Just let's just sit in the and marinate in the high. Just relax. I'm still sitting there, and I'm thinking like, dang, what if he kissed me? What would I say? How would I react? And then I mean, and then that thought went away, and I started thinking about something else. I started thinking about like leaving, like going in the house, cause I got bored. I'm like just sitting there, and he wasn't really saying nothing else. I mean, I could see him on the corner of my eye looking at me, and I'm like. So then he looks at me, and then I see him lean over. And once he leaned over, cause okay, so like this is me and I'm him. So he leans over like this, and I'm like it was so awkward. He literally leaned there like he was gonna kiss me, and I went back. I leaned back like But I was like, oh, that was my reaction. I was like, oh, my bad. I was like, awkward. Like, I said it real low, but I don't know if he heard me or not. But he was like, oh, snap. He was like, my bad. He was like, I didn't know if did you want that to happen? I was like, I mean, no, not really. I'm like, I'm sorry. Wow. He was just like, oh snap, like my bad. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I was just like, you good. In my head, I'm like, time to go. So then I was like, you know what? I was like, but I'm gonna go ahead and go in the house now. I'm getting a little tired. Gotta go to work tomorrow. I don't know if I had to go to work the next day. I don't remember. I was like, yeah. I was like, but I had a great time. I still thanked him for the night and everything. I was like, you know what? Just give me a hug. Bring it in. I didn't want to make it seem extra awkward and just be like, all right, peace. Like, I wanted to just because I'm like a nice, caring, loving person. So, like, even in the awkwardest moments, I still try to make it not seem awkward. Even though I'm awkward, I feel awkward completely. I gave him a little hug or whatever. I was like, thanks again for the night. I was like, hit me up, let me know when you get home safely and everything like that, drive safe. So he was like, oh, okay. He was like, well, thank you, for coming out with me tonight and everything. I was just like, no problem. So yeah, I got out the car, went in the house. I think it was cold that night too. I think it was cold that night. It was, because we was going to sit outside. But then he was like, you know what? We could just sit in the car. We're not going to sit outside because it's cold. I'm going to sit outside. I got in the house, and then I told my mom about it. And she was just like, wow. She started laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. It was funny, though, because I was just like, oh my gosh. Did he really just try to kiss me? It got awkward so fast. I was barely eating this whole time. But that's okay. This food's so good. But I'm gonna finish eating this anyway. But I hope you guys like that story time. Thanks again for tuning in today. Go ahead, like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that, tap that bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos from your girl. See you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much.
Act like you know me when you don't understand me. Don't tell me you love me when you don't understand me. All of a sudden you wanna be my family, but when I was hurting you had nothing to hand me. Don't act like you know me.